All right, let's try this again. It is me, Jody Clark, technology at its finest, coming to you live here in the women's testimonial page, doing the Gel Life series. My featured guest tonight is Thea Marr. I'm so excited for you guys to all hear her story. I'm going to watch for her to jump on again. Sorry, you guys, I had to restart for any of you guys that are on there. Please, again, let me know that you can hear and see me okay. Obviously, I froze somehow. I could see that I was frozen, but it went black. So just let me know that you can see and hear me okay. Give me some hearts. Give me a comment, something. I know there's always a delay. But we're going to talk about our homeopathic transdermal HGH gel. It is not just a microdose of human growth hormone. It also has thyroid support, adrenal support, and 30 botanicals. It is transdermal, which means you put it on through your skin, the thin parts, inside your wrist, inside your elbow, behind your knees, tops of your feet, backs of your hands, places like that. It immediately goes into the bloodstream. It's in there in about 3 to 4 minutes, and all you have to do is drink water, okay? It is very individual, the results for each and every person, but there's over 40 plus benefits by raising your levels of HGH, and this is going to be Thea's journey on the gel. She is going to share that. So these are going to be her results. Let me see if I can, there she is. Okay, so let's hope. So give me some hearts if you can still see me and I'm not frozen. I don't see on my end that I'm frozen.
There you are.
And now oh, there you are.
I see you.
Your screen,
Can you see me?
Your screen was black for a hot second and I thought, oh no.
Oh no.
Here we go. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're here. We're here. I see the hearts coming in. So I'm assuming everyone can see and hear us. I just want to thank you for giving me your time and coming on here and being interviewed. Yes, I am honored.
Absolutely.
I met you. I will just give the little backstory. Several months ago, you reached out to me to share your testimony. And I think it's when I had kind of taken over. It's maybe even been almost a year now. It's been a long while to share your testimony. And we got on the phone and we talked, I think, about 2 hours. And I have just followed you. You have just blossomed since then. I love what you're doing. I love everything. So thank you for getting on here. And it's a pleasure and an honor to know you. I think you're gorgeous and I think you're doing amazing things.
Thank you. The honor is all mine. Likewise, ladies, this woman and gentlemen, if they're watching, you are so quick to answer questions and help. And I don't even know if we're in the same whatever, but thank you. You, from the bottom of my heart, you have just been so open and helpful and just amazing. So what a cool thing that we're just making friends all across the country.
I love it.
Yes. I love it. Yeah. It's
Thank
so neat.
you. So we're going to dive in. So the first few questions I'm going to ask. So first of all, tell us how old you are, how long you've been on the gel, and who introduced you to it.
Okay. I am 42. I have been on the gel. Last weekend marked 1 year. And my dear, sweet friend, Jody Rankin, introduced me to the gel. Gosh, it was over a year ago because I was very, very hesitant and I ignored her for months. But isn't that how it works?
Yes.
So,
all right. That is awesome. Okay. So what have you experienced so far? I said earlier, there's over 40 plus expected benefits. What of those expected benefits have you experienced personally so far?
Okay. Of the expected benefits, that's the key in this question. I have experienced absolutely my hair, fuller hair. Let's put it that way. Thicker, fuller hair. I have experienced better sleep, more energy, mental clarity is definitely heightened. The workout recovery that I get, sore muscles. Gosh, I wish I didn't have a long sleeve shirt on. You guys could see my guns. I've never had muscles like I do now. It's been just such a cool journey to see all this stuff happening. My skin is just glowy. I kind of feel like sometimes I've gotten like fillers or like my lips done and I haven't. I do get compliments like, your skin's just really glowy. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I actually am doing something. Um, I just, from the inside out, just, I really have experienced a lot of those benefits. And like you said, it was not overnight. The first thing that I noticed, which is very typical for most people, I think, is the dreams that, the dreams that start happening. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to go to bed, see what happens tonight. And I will say though, those kind of fade after a little while. I think your body starts getting used to it. I still dream, but the first couple months, it was like, holy cow. But that comes from the amazing sleep that we're getting. So yeah, it's been nothing short of an absolute life-changing product for not only myself, but my husband as
That
well.
is awesome. So that was the expected benefits. So you
Yeah.
go ahead and share. I know there's so much more to your story. You share what you want to share, and then I will have just a couple more questions after that.
Okay. Okay. So I hope this can resonate with somebody out there. It's definitely a topic and a subject that isn't really preached about too much, but a lot of people definitely have had issues and problems in this area. And I'll tell you guys, my background, I've been a model since I was 14 years old. And it was a great career. It was so fun. It was amazing. But about 5 years ago, I was introduced to Adderall, which I know you're familiar with what Adderall is, but if you're not, it's basically speed. Um, and what it does is it floods your brain with dopamine, and it kind of gives you this instant feeling of wanting to get a lot done and energy. And in the modeling world, it was really popular because you didn't really have much of an appetite. So your weight stayed down. You were happy all the time, and you had tons of energy. And in my arena for modeling, I modeled a lot for a home shopping channel. And so the hours were 24/7. So I could have to be to work at 3 o'clock in the morning. That was very normal. Sometimes I would have to work for 36 hours straight. And so this sounded really appealing to me. And gosh, I could kick myself now for not researching more what it was. But I so very easily went to the doctors, said, hey, I heard this could help me. And immediately, here you go. And that's when it began. And so over the course of the next 5 years, I became completely addicted to it. Whew, it would be nothing for me to take 7 20 milligram pills in a day.
Mm.
And that was my life. And I'll tell you, it's not a good life. And it's to be just so dependent and a prisoner of something 24/7 and run out and then know for 2 weeks you're not going to have any. So I had gotten to a point where I was so desperate to just break this. And so let's see, last March, a year and a half ago, I had a big conversation with the Lord, and I decided I was done. So without the gel's help, I want to make this perfectly clear. I weaned myself off of Adderall a year and a half ago. That summer, that was in March of 2018, that summer was probably the roughest 6 months that I've gone through physically in my own skin. When your body is used to that much flood of dopamine and you take it away, you feel really lethargic. You feel disoriented, lazy. You want to sleep all the time. I couldn't take care of my kids. I was so desperate. The whole summer, I just kept thinking, if I could just get some more Adderall, I'll be able to get through this. And I didn't do it. I was really very strong, and I'm so proud of myself that I got through that summer, but I did not get through that fire without some major side effects. And so that summer, my husband would come home from work and he would take care of the kids and clean the house. And I would just be laying there like, I don't know when I'm going to get better, but my body's just not used to this. And I knew it was a part of dealing with what I was going through. And I knew I couldn't go back, but I also knew I didn't want to live like this anymore. And so, meanwhile, my friend Jody keeps showing all this stuff on Facebook. And I'm like, what is this? I don't know what this is. I didn't really care what it was. I was kind of in a funk. I was pretty miserable. And one day she posted something and shared, or she sent me a message, and something clicked like, I wonder, could it possibly help me? Maybe. And so, well, rewind a little bit. My doctor had put me on an antidepressant, hoping that that would help. And I don't think it helped, but I was afraid not to take it. So I just took it every day. I don't know if it did anything or not. But so I finally decided to give this gel stuff a try. I thought, what do I have to lose? It can't be any worse than it is now. And that was Saturday, October 18th or 19th last year. And so I took it, and I didn't have any thoughts of what it was going to do. I was kind of just used it and went about my business. And I really didn't have any expectations. I really just kind of put it on and forgot about it. So fast forward, it only took 3 weeks. And my husband came home from work one day, and I was unloading the dishwasher, or dismantling the dishwasher. And he's like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "The dishwasher smells so bad. Like, it's driving me crazy. I need to fix it." And he's like, "Okay." I'm like, "I'm done with it." And so he proceeded to walk out back, and he comes back in. He wanted to say hi to the dogs, and he comes back in. And we live in Arizona, so kind of it's outdoor living too. And so you do actually clean your yard out back. So he comes inside and he said, "Who cleaned up the backyard?" And I said, "I did. It was really gross." And he's like, "Did you vacuum the rug outside?" And I said, "Yeah." And I still was not putting any of this together. And he comes over to me, and he kneels down by the dishwasher, and he said, "Hun, something's working. You're back." And it was that moment that I realized something was changing inside of me, and I got my hope back. I got my desire back to take care of my family and my home. I'm going to cry thinking about this. I haven't told this in a while, but I can't really explain exactly. It wasn't like speed where, okay, in 20 minutes, I am going to be ready. Like I know that feeling. It wasn't like that at all. It was a slow, gradual, just this feeling of peace and energy and desire to contribute. It brought me back. And so that was 3 weeks in, and I know people take longer, and that's typically normal for it to take longer for some people, but that was the start of an amazing journey with this product. And I'm a year in, and it has continued to get better and better. I have sustained energy out through the day. I can think clearly now again. I don't need that stuff. I'm off the antidepressant. I was off that a month in. I thought I didn't need this, and I don't. It has been nothing short of an absolute miracle in my life. So, and I share this story because I know there's people out there that struggle, and they're in their quiet place, and they don't want to talk about it. And I'm okay to talk about it. It's okay. I want to break the stigma. People struggle with things. Addiction doesn't have a prejudice. It attacks anybody and everybody at some point. And so there's hope out there, guys. I just want to tell you, I'm living proof that you can get your life back.
I remember that story, and it was literally.
Oh, you're frozen.
Oh, I froze again.
No,
Okay.
You're fine now.
I was going to say, I think I talked to you literally a week or so after that cleaning happened. Like, it was that long ago. So now I know it was pretty much a year ago that I talked to you. And addiction, being a nurse, I can tell you guys, it's such a misunderstood disease. It is a disease. That's a fact. Not a lot of people, they didn't choose it. It's even sometimes genetic. So it's really not talked about. And it's like, oh, she's an addict. Oh, that, there's this story and that story. And I remember before we had talked, I had bought the book Grow Young with HGH by Dr. Ronald Klatz. And in that book, I remember reading that there had been hundreds of studies done on HGH, and that it was shown in these studies to help with addiction. And in my life personally, I know several addicts. I know many, many, many addicts. And so that was something that struck me as wow, because now it's a drug. They offer methadone, they offer, like it's another drug to get you off of a drug. And a light went off in my head, And I remember saying to you, this is your platform. This is what you're meant to do. This is what you're meant to share. And it makes perfect sense. So you have the heart of gold. I truly appreciate you sharing that story, because looking at you, no one would have ever known. No one would have ever suspected. No one would have ever guessed.
Right.
But you know the misery you went through, and to get your energy back and to get your life back, you had beat the addiction on your own. Doesn't mean that you wouldn't have went down that slope again, but you had already beat the addiction on your own. This just helped accelerate you into the life that you deserve to have. That's what the gel did for you. So amazing. Goosebump, amazing story.
Can I share one more thing?
Yes, please do.
Oh, can you hear me okay? Because you're breaking up a little bit.
Yep, I hear you.
Are you there? Okay.
Yep.
So I want to also just touch on one thing, and most people would think, "Oh, this should be your platform," and but I have such a heart for people that fall into the addiction, and but I want to say, guys, I have been a model, like I said, my whole life. I have been exposed to, used, tried, given every beauty product under the sun. I really have. When you work for a company as large as the one that I did, that showcases products 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 364 days a year, you are exposed to everything. I have worked with, you walk into Sephora or Ulta and you see a brand, I have probably worked with them. So the reason I'm telling you this, guys, I have never, ever come across a product that has done so much. Just take the arena of beauty. Okay, I know we spoke about what it did to heal my insides and to get me my life back, but if you just look under the umbrella of beauty and wellness, as far as, you know, what women care about, the glowy skin, the wrinkles, the hair, fuller hair, this product, it's unbelievable. There's nothing else like it. It has changed my world. And I've seen it all, guys. There is nothing like this. You just have to give it time. We live in a microwave nation, and I tell everybody, give it 3 to 6 months before you decide. And so I just want to throw that out there. I'm kind of a beauty junkie. I've seen it all. I've used it all. And hands down, never has anything like this come across my hands.
Well, and being a nurse, I will speak on that as well. Because when you do start to see the outside stuff, the diminishing wrinkles, the fading wrinkles, the thicker, fuller hair, the glowy skin, the hair, or the nails. Can you imagine what it's already done on the inside for it to radiate to the outside? So I agree with you.
Incredible.
100% on the beauty part of it, because it's crazy. It's crazy. So
yeah, it is. And to think that the beauty part of it is a result of what's going on the inside, instead of a topical cream that's just sitting on your skin. I mean, guys, come on. It's like,
oh no,
there's nothing else like it.
No, I agree 100%. So then tell everyone, what is your dose? How much do you use? How often? Everyone always wants to know, what is your regimen? So what's your routine?
My routine. Okay. So I actually follow the directions on the bottle. I do 2, now that we have the new bottle, I do 2 pumps in the morning, and I actually don't do it at evening. I find that around 3 p.m. works best for my second dose. So I do usually around 8:30, and then again at 3 p.m. I probably could mix it up a little bit, but it seems to be working fine for me. And why mess up what's working great? And I do take off the weekends. When I first started, someone suggested loading up, and I don't know if but I did do that for about 3 months. And now we're just on a Monday through Friday schedule, both my husband and I, and
no, that's awesome. And then have you changed diet or workout or anything since starting the gel? I know you mentioned you got some muscles now. So did you change anything?
I'm losing you a little. Okay. I think you asked about diet. I don't know why it's cutting in and out. So I have been working out a little bit more than I had before. Well, actually a lot more. That summer was really rough for me. I wasn't doing anything, but I kind of have the motivation now, and I have the energy. Guys, getting healthy is addicting. Like, you're like, oh, I feel this good, and I want to just keep. You want to start doing more and more that helps you to make you feel better. So I did start working out a little bit more consistently and regularly. And then I do the keto drink. So with that 6 days a week, that also is extremely, it makes you want to keep going in that health, just in wellness and trying to get yourself in a better spot. So yeah, I definitely, these products have really catapulted me into having the desire to take better care of my body.
No, I love it. Okay, one more question. So there's a lot of people,
Yeah.
so over 200,000 people in this group, and not everyone's on the gel. Some are still skeptical, sitting on the fence, watching, not sure. What would you say to those who have not yet tried the gel? What would be your advice?
Guys, there's no risk. Give it 3 months. Just try it. I was so skeptical as well. And I thank God constantly that I was willing and open to try something that has ended up changing my life in more ways than I could have ever imagined. There's really no risk. It's completely safe. It's homeopathic. All you have to do is put it on and sit back and wait. And guys, and trust me, I've seen everything. There's nothing like this. Try it. You have nothing to lose. Just reach out to the person that invited you here and get with them. You won't regret it.
No,
It was the best decision I've made in a long time.
I could not agree with you more. And you guys, again, like I said, these are Thea's personal results. Everyone's results are different. If you are under the care of a physician, we always recommend that you take the information to your doctor before starting it. Do not bombard Thea with a bunch of messages, okay? If you're not sure who added you to this group, just comment below and one of the admins will figure out who added you and we'll get you in touch with them. But I just want to thank you, Thea, for coming on, for just exposing yourself, being raw. You're amazing.
Thank you so much, Jody. My heart is, I have a heart for women and for making them feel and look beautiful. And this is part of that journey for me. If I know of something that can really change someone's life for the better, I have to speak up about it. And that's what I'm doing. So I hope it helps somebody
I do
tonight.
too. I do. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Well, thanks you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I will be back next week. Okay. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you again.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.